western Nevada, 2013. On the west side of the dried-up Winnemucca Lake, researchers take samples from a layer of white carbonate covering petroglyphs carved into limestone boulders. Radiocarbon tests performed by the University of Colorado Boulder reveal that the petroglyphs were etched between 10,500 and 14,800 years ago, making them the oldest petroglyphs ever found in North America.
Winnemucca Lake in Nevada is the site of petroglyphs that date all the way back to 8,000 BC. That is amazing because right here in America, we now have absolute proof of a civilization that predates the Fertile Crescent of Mesopotamia by over 3,000 years, minimum, and there's nothing else like it.
Looking at some of these petroglyphs, you've got to wonder if these aren't being drawn by early Americans who are interacting with extraterrestrials and then drawing what they think they see.
When we look at the petroglyphs themselves, the actual designs, we also find very unusual formations, including spirals. This is something that we see very consistently in many ancient cultures, which is often associated with the shape of the galaxies. They may be aware that they were a part of a galaxy. Who gave them this information? How did they obtain this? Why would they make these illustrations?
This has given rise to the theory that could there have been civilizations not dissimilar to ours, but thousands of years ago, or tens of thousands of years ago, that have now become lost to the fog of time. This inevitably sort of raises the question, does the human race go in cycles? You know, we're a warlike species. Will we one day be somebody's memory and somebody's folklore, and they think they're the first?
Could these petroglyphs that predate even the earliest known Native American tribes be evidence of an ancient lost civilization? And if so, might other, even more profound secrets lie hidden in North America, waiting to be discovered? The Grand Canyon, located in the American Southwest. This enormous gorge is 277 miles long and a mile deep. Much of it is remote and rarely traveled. In 1909, an explorer named G.E. Kincaid was boating through the canyon on the Colorado River when he noticed stains in the sediment on the east wall of a canyon gorge. According to his account, when he stopped to get a closer look, he found the entrance to what appeared to be a man-made cave.
Kincaid saw what he thought was an ancient gold mine. As he climbed up onto the walls of the canyon to investigate it, what he really discovered was not an ancient mine, but a labyrinth of rooms and tunnels cut into the side of the canyon that went back hundreds, even thousands of feet.
There were passageways radiating from this main chamber. He found stone tablets with Egyptian-style hieroglyphics. He also came to another chamber, and it contained a marble carved statue of Buddha sitting in a lotus posture, holding a lotus in each hand.
There was all kinds of statues made of bronze and mummies as well. He described them as Egyptian and Tibetan kind of things. So therefore, he believed he had discovered some vast secret city and treasure inside the Grand Canyon.
Anxious to spread the news of his extraordinary find, Kincaid reportedly made his way to Phoenix, where he told his story to a reporter for the local newspaper. He then contacted his employer, the Smithsonian Institution.
They sent an archaeologist named Jordan, and Jordan then examined the caves. The Smithsonian allegedly began excavating and removing the artifacts out of the secret caves, and supposedly they were all sent back to Washington, D.C.
But mysteriously, there was no follow-up to the story. And G.E. Kincaid was never heard from again.
The caves were apparently sealed up, metal doors and gates put over them. The National Park now denies any knowledge or existence of these caves or cave entrances. And if you talk to the Smithsonian today, they will deny any knowledge of the secret city in the Grand Canyon, or that an archaeologist named Jordan worked for the Smithsonian. And in fact, essentially, the knowledge of the secret city in the Grand Canyon has completely disappeared from history.